It is absolutely true that the quality of the answer will be determined by the quality of the question. I learned that from my mentor, John Maxwell. As a coach, as an executive, as a leader, the questions that you ask of your people will determine the quality of the answer you're going to get from them. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. What is it that controls you? I want you to really take a moment to think about this, because honestly, this could be a 5 or 6 hour conversation, no exaggeration. This could be a 5 or 6 hour coaching or therapy session if you're not careful. But for people who never choose to ask this question, the answer becomes very obvious to everyone around them and yet not to them. See, there's an old phrase that says, where do wars come from? Or how do wars and fighting, where do they start? And the answer is then immediately provided by the same philosopher who asked the question. And he says, well, they start because you want something. There are wars and fights among you because you want something. You ever seen the signs when you go to the mall and they are usually on the light post right in front of your car where you park your car, and it says, lock, take, hide. Lock your car, take your keys, hide your valuables. Why? Because if you want to guarantee that your window gets broken out, leave your cell phone stuck on that little GPS holder that you use on your windshield. Allow some opportunist, some thief, some, as they say, ghetto shopper, to walk by your car and see that $1,000 cell phone hanging out there on the windshield and nobody in the car and nobody around, and bink, out goes your right window and away goes your phone. And they have a way of turning it off and erasing it and selling the device and making a few $100 on it and moving on down the road. And they couldn't care less about your window or your car or your cell phone or your grandbaby's pictures. They don't care at all. Where do these wars and fights among you come from? Because they want something. Because you want something. Here's the question, though. What drives what you want? You ever notice when you go past the liquor store, the sign says, spirits. Spirits. When you understand that man is really, and when I say man, I mean humankind, is really 3 different levels, layers, all kind of wrapped into one, like spaghetti and meatballs. You can't have spaghetti and meatballs without the sauce, without the meatballs, and without the spaghetti. Together it's a dish. Apart it's pasta, ground beef or sausage, and tomatoes. Together, it's spaghetti and meatballs. Okay? As a human, you're like that too. Your soul is your will, your thoughts, your emotions, all twisted together like a braid. That's your soul. Then your flesh, that's the easy part. That's the part the doctor looks at, right? You smash your thumb, you know you have a body. When you get sick, like cancer or indigestion, inside, you can't see it, but you know you have a body. But most of us don't know or don't pay any attention to the fact that we have a spirit. And that liquor store where it says spirits on it, well, yeah, they are. They're things that you ingest into you that change what you want. You ever heard somebody talk about liquid courage? Yeah, it's a spirit that's come on you to do something that's just dumb. Like hang out of the window of a moving car and try to hit a road sign with a baseball bat or a beer bottle. That's the spirit acting in you, not good common sense, not the mind, will, and emotion, not the intellect, and certainly not the body, because it's the one paying the price for this stupidity. But when it comes right down to it, whether it's your career, your relationships, your faith, your job, your education, or just lunch, The toughest question we all have to ask and answer is, what do you want? Ask any man who's married or dating. When it comes to dinner time and you think, I'll just let her choose. What do you want? I don't know. There's too many options? No, I just don't know. But whatever it is that he wants, it's not what she wants. What do you want becomes a war, a struggle, a fight among you. Why do you war and struggle and fight among you? Because of what you want. See, here's our biggest setback, though. We as human beings who have no idea what we want. What do you want for a career? What do you want for an education? What do you want in a good relationship? What do you want 25 years from now to be your legacy? What do you want for a house? See, if we don't answer that question, what do you want? Then the wants that naturally bubble up in us and the ones that are inspired by things outside of us, like good advertising, obey your thirst, Sprite, just do it, Nike. Those wants are given to us. And they drive us to do what our soul may not be at peace doing. The quality of the answer will always be determined by the quality of the question. And here's the toughest question you'll ever ask yourself. Honestly, what do you want? I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.